All right, what we're going to be doing today is this raised bed has gotten full of tree roots, and we're going to dig it out, remove all the compost and soil and growing medium, and put some cardboard down. And we may do something else that may be a little controversial, so just stick around and see what we do. Now this bed is a 4x8, about 24 inches deep. When I first put this bed in, we filled the bottom somewhere between a third and a half full of leaves and sticks and limbs and all the other organic material that has not been broken down around the yard, and threw it in the bottom and then covered it with compost. Now we've got to dig it all out, and you're going to see that there is very few items left that we put in there. Some big chunks of wood are still left in there, but most of it has broken down and become good soil, except for the tree roots that are in there. And no, normally you would not have to dig out a bed like this to replace the soil or do anything like this to it, but when you get in a hurry, when you're building this, I did not put cardboard or any kind of weed barrier down at the bottom, and tree roots grew up in here, and it has just really inundated this grow bed. If I'd done it properly the first time, all what I'd had to do is add a little bit of compost to the top of it, 2 or 3 inches, work that in just a little bit, and it would have been ready to plant. Finally finished. Well, we've got all that emptied out, piled it over into this pile over here. All right, I've got all the growing medium out. It's compost, mostly compost, and the reason I had to empty it out was down. I just put it right on top of the ground. I did not put anything under it, and sometimes shortcuts have shortcomings, so was it. The roots grew up in there and was taking a lot of the nutrients out of the compost. So now I've taken all the soil out. The next step may be a little controversial, I don't know. I'm going to put some salt in the bottom of this, and then I'm going to put a layer of cardboard. I figure that salt is not going to come up into the soil. It may wash out the bottom and run over to other parts, but everything over here is raised beds except for my asparagus, and they're up on a little bit higher ridge, so I think everything will be all right. We'll find out. But I'm trying to keep the roots down out of this grow bed. Now, if it makes you feel any better, I'm using kosher salt. Put our cardboard down. Now it is time to put all this back into the bed. What came out of the bed we'll put on the bottom. Put that in first. We're going to put some of the fresher compost on top. All right, I've got it as full as I'm going to get it right now. I'm going to rake it off, load it up, and we're just going to kind of let it sit here. It's basically composted already, still needs a little work, but it's deep enough. I'll come through here with a fork every now and then, aerate it a little bit until I get ready to plant the potatoes. When I was putting this in, there are several worms already in there, so they will help aerate this. So a few little clods here and there. Anything that's in a chunk, I'm trying to break it up a little bit. That end's a little bit high, so we'll drag a little bit of it down this way. Now this will settle a little bit. Well, all right, there we got it. It's ready for our potatoes here. In a couple of months, we'll be planting them somewhere around April 15th or maybe a few days before that. And we'll bring that to you, so stay tuned. And remember, count your blessings every day, and I believe you will find you're blessed far beyond measure. I know that I am. God bless. Bye.